welcome back to Homestics. For those of you that are new here, my name is Tutu Westerhoff and I created this channel to share my thoughts and my experiences and some ideas on creating a home that benefits us, that kind of like guides us through life, and one that protects us when it seems like everything else is falling apart. Today I'm going to get a bit serious and a little bit hard because as homemakers we have a lot of responsibilities, and sometimes I feel like we don't, or some people don't get how important this role is. So much can go wrong if we fail to do the right things. Being a homemaker is a role that comes with a whole lot of responsibilities, a whole lot of tasks, and it impacts our entire family's well-being. No parent, no one is perfect. And that is fact. We're all going to make mistakes. Mistakes are there to learn from. So I want to talk about the consequences of poor homemaking, and I'll be sharing a brutally honest and maybe controversial look at what can go wrong when homes are not run properly. So if you feel like you're not in the place to hear this, kindly go and watch some of my other videos, like the ones where I share some thoughts on keeping the home protected. If you do decide to continue watching, you might get an idea of how you can help yourself or maybe help someone else who might not be aware of the things that could go wrong. The first thing that I want to touch on is depression. A disorganized and chaotic home can be a source of stress and anxiety, and the constant clutter and lack of order can cause tension, leading to chronic stress. A poorly managed home can worsen feelings of sadness and despair. So in my opinion, clutter can cause depression, just like how depression can cause clutter. The next thing I want to talk about are behavioral problems, because constant disorganization and chaos can make people become very irritated and angry. And for some people, small inconveniences can feel overwhelming, leading to frequent outbursts, moaning and complaining, arguments and fights amongst family members. You may find yourself even avoiding home or certain areas within the home because they are too overwhelming and too messy to deal with. This avoidance can lead to further neglect and make the problem even worse over time. Academic and career challenges can occur. A disorganized home can spill over into our personal life. The stress and distraction from a poorly managed home can stop us from being productive. You may miss deadlines and overall poor work performance. So it can be challenging to focus on career growth and career development, just like how without a stable home environment, people sometimes feel a lack of motivation to pursue their educational goals. This can result in a lack of ambition and drive, affecting career prospects or chances. Another issue that can occur when a home is not run properly are health and hygiene issues. A neglected home can lead to different kind of health problems, exposure to mold, pet waste, dust and other unsanitary conditions with poor hygiene result in infections, respiratory problems, or other skin issues, other chronic health conditions. Living in such an environment can also weaken your immune system. In some disorganized home, meal planning or meal preparation can become challenging. If the kitchen is not in a way that the people who live there can easily prepare their food in a healthy way, it becomes a problem. This can also lead to poor dietary habits, such as relying on fast food or even skipping meals, not preparing anything at all, which can have long-term health consequences. Another thing that can go wrong if we're not good homemakers are like the essential organizational skills. This can affect many areas of our life, making it difficult to manage your time, responsibility, commitments are not effectively met, which leads to many other problems. We end up having financial mismanagement, unpaid bills, unnecessary expenses, and a lack of budgeting can result in financial instability and debt affecting the overall quality of life. And homes where there's no money, there's arguments and fights. So one thing leads to another. So having your home structured and certain things put in place can really have a great benefit or a great response on how the overall feel in the house is, how the relationships are, how people talk to each other and treat each other. And this brings us to relationship issues. A poorly managed home can put a lot of strain on relationships, a lot of strain in your love life. So constant stress and arguments over household responsibilities can lead to resentment and in some cases divorce. You need to create spaces in your home to allow love and good relationships to feel comfortable in. And that also applies to the relationships with our children, because children thrive in stable environments, and a chaotic home can strain the relationships between the parents and the children, affecting their emotional well-being and the children's development in general. It can also make your children reluctant to invite friends and family over, leading to social isolation. This will affect their social life, their friendships, making them feel lonely and disconnected. And the same applies to you as well. This can break your support network, because you might not want to have friends over, or friends might not want to come over to your house, and that breaks the support network, the friends, the people that you have around you, and leaving you really lonely and disconnected. Poorly organized homes also suffer from lack of preparedness in times of crisis, such as natural disasters or illnesses that might come up in the family, or financial emergencies. So a poorly managed home can find it difficult to respond effectively to emergencies. And this kind of puts the whole family at risk as well. The long-term health consequences of living in a poorly managed home can become more clearer, can become worse in old age. So chronic illness and conditions resulting in poor hygiene and poor nutrition can affect the overall quality of life in later years. That's also something that we don't talk about. We're only worried about what's happening now, but what about, when we get older? So there are a lot of consequences of not running our homes properly, affecting every aspect of our life and the lives of those around us, from personal health and relationships to career success and education, social impact. However, it's never too late to make a positive change. Okay, so if you feel like you need that extra help, go out and seek support, whether through therapy, community resources, or educating yourself through podcast, YouTube, reading books. You can get help from friends and family to become more organized and stable and create a stable home environment for yourself and for your family. And taking a proactive step towards this can improve your quality of life and set a positive example for future generations, for our children. Remember, well-managed homes are the foundation for a happier and healthier, more fulfilling life. So in this video, my aim was not to bash anyone or make anyone feel bad about themselves. I just want to make it clear that there's a lot that we can do to prevent the troubles that some of us go through, and just also to make it clear that the home is the holder of so many of these parts of life, these areas of life. And if we do our best to set them up in a way that they function well, we will be on to something great. We will be paving the way for our children, for our partners, for our families, and for ourselves to live a more fulfilled, a more loving, a more powerful life. I hope I was able to share valuable information with you, and I hope I was able to inspire you. And if you feel like someone else might be inspired by this video, please feel free to share, give the video a thumbs up, leave a comment, ask me any questions, and I am looking forward to seeing you next time again, and thank you so much for passing by. Bye-bye.